Hello, today is day 30 of doing 100 pull ups every single day to raise money for Alzheimer's disease. In my description, I have a link that you can go to donate money to the Alzheimer's Society of Canada. They use that money for research purposes, which helps with developing treatments and even a possible cure. So the money is going towards a good cause. It's not wasted money, so please consider donating. Any size donation is greatly appreciated. And if you can't donate, consider sharing the link to people you know so they can donate. Um, so yeah, that's everything on that front. Today, like always, I'll be doing 100 pull-ups. I'll probably be doing 7 pull-ups per minute, and so every minute I'll do 7 pull-ups, and then for the remainder of the minute I'll rest. And while I'm resting, I'll talk about something that's related to Alzheimer's. So the theme of today is how caregivers can find support, because caregiving is something that is very emotionally straining and can also be a bit of a burden on the person, emotionally, physically, uh, and it's very honorable for the caregivers that take care of people with Alzheimer's, especially the ones that are loved ones. So if you're a loved one taking care of someone with Alzheimer's, this will be a good video. And yesterday I talked about, you know, what did I talk about yesterday? I forget. Talked about, yeah, how to protect your mental health as a caregiver because it's very, very straining. And one part was to build a support network. So today I'm going to talk about how to build that support network. So, yeah. All right, let's get it started. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so the first thing that you can do to find support is look for organizations that help deal with Alzheimer's. So, a very good one, if you're in the United States, is the Alzheimer's Association. Uh, so, any national or local Alzheimer's societies, like the Alzheimer's Association, or in Canada, the Alzheimer's Society of Canada, uh, provides educational resources, caregiver support groups, in person or online, whichever you prefer, and helplines you can call 24/7 for advice and emotional support. So, if you're struggling as a caregiver, you can, depending on where you live, you can reach out to these organizations and they can really help you out. Another way that you can help support your or help build your support network is to join caregiver support groups. So joining a group connects you with others who understand what you're going through. So that's a big thing. People who aren't caregivers might not really understand the struggle you're going through and might not be able to sympathize and empathize with you as much. So finding a group that can really understand your struggle will help you a lot more in, you know, venting about your issues and also just feeling like you're being heard. So many are available virtually, which helps if leaving home is hard, especially if you're the only one at home taking care of someone with Alzheimer's. All right, going for 21 now. Next one is respite care services. So I touched on this yesterday as well, but there are adult day programs, in-home respite workers, or short-term stays in care facilities, which can give you breaks or rest to handle your own needs. Now, obviously, this costs money, so this might not be an option for everybody, but I'm actually not sure. I think like the Alzheimer's Association and the Alzheimer's Society of Canada might provide some type of free support when it comes to that, but I'm really not sure. So that's something that you'd have to verify. Going for 28 now. And then, yeah, so taking regular respite or breaks reduces stress and prevents burnout. So, this is really important so that you can stay high energy and really take care of the ones you love or just the patient that you're taking care of. Next is healthcare team support. So, doctors, nurses, social workers can guide you on managing symptoms, community resources, and long term care planning. So, don't hesitate to ask him about caregiver specific resources. So, whenever you're going to see the doctor for your patient or your loved one, don't be afraid to reach out and ask the doctors about any resources that can help you out. They will be more than happy to help you out when it comes to that. So don't be afraid to ask. And there are no stupid questions. Going for 35 now. Another group of people that can support you is friends and family. So sometimes people want to help but don't know how. And to help with that, you need to be very specific. Ask someone to prepare a meal, watch your loved ones for a few hours, or run errands. Clear requests make it easier for others to step in. So if you just say to your loved ones or friends, look, it'd be nice if I could have some help, it's hard for them to figure out what you need help with. So give them clear, specific instructions, and it'll help them help you. All right, going for 42 now. Next is counseling or therapy. So talking to a professional gives you a safe place to process emotions, grief, and stress. So especially if you're taking care of a loved one with Alzheimer's, there's a lot of grief associated to it because you're losing the person. Yeah, like, they're still alive, but you kind of lost them a little bit because their brain isn't there anymore. And so that creates grief. And it's also a very stressful situation. Taking care of someone with Alzheimer's is not easy. And it can be very scary and very stressful. So seeking a therapist's help could, or a counselor's help could help you tremendously, just to let out your emotions. Going for 49 now. Also, therapists can teach coping skills for anxiety, depression, and caregiver guilt. So, you know, stress and all the emotions that come with caregiving are inevitable. It's not really feasible or possible to avoid them. However, therapists or counselors can help you cope with those emotions, which can help a lot. Uh, so, yeah. All right. Going for 56 now. Next is online communities and forums. So there's one specific website that's really good, or actually, never mind. There's a bunch. There's websites like Alt Connected, so ALZ or Z, depending on where you are. Connected, all one word. So that's something that's part of the Alzheimer's Association. There's also Facebook caregiver groups or Reddit threads r/Alzheimer's, which provides 24/7 peer support. So that's another uh, platform or platforms that you can go to reach out for any advice or to just vent about your issues, you know, just to feel like you're heard. Okay, going for 63 now. And that's one thing that I think a lot of caregivers struggle with, is that no one really seems to ask them how they're doing. It's always about the person that's suffering with the disease that people care about. And, it makes sense. They're the one that's really suffering. But people often forget about caregivers, and caregivers go through a lot of stuff, a lot of crap. And, they do it because they love them, or they do it because, it's their job, but they still deserve to have people that ask them how they're doing and uh, how they're handling everything. So it's good to have those communities that you can reach out to. All right, going for 70 now. And then lastly, faith and spiritual communities. So for many, prayer groups, pastors, or church communities provide emotional strength and practical support. Now, obviously, this isn't for everyone. Not everyone is religious or spiritual, but if you are one of these people, consider it. Um, if you're religious, God is always going to help you, or he'll guide you to do the right decisions. So, have faith in God if that's what you believe in. All right, going for 77 now. So that's all the information for today. Uh, Hopefully that was helpful. Again, if you're a caregiver that's having a hard time with mental health, physical health, anything like that, it's there's no shame in reaching out for help. There's a bunch of communities or organizations that are there to help you, and just know that you're not alone. And you might feel bad to ask for help because you're not the one really suffering from the disease, but I said this last video, you need to help yourself and be okay so that you can help your loved one or your patient with the utmost care. So if you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for the person you're caring for. But you should do it for yourself. All right, going for 84 now. All right, 16 more reps, and that's it for today. Yesterday I got another donation, $20 by I hope I'm not butchering the way you spell it, the Howitt or Howat, I don't know, Howat, Howitt, I think it's Howitt family. So thank you for your donation, really appreciate it. And yeah, no, that made me really happy when I saw that yesterday. So thank you if you're watching this video. Going for 91 now. Nine more to go. Whew. Today, pull-ups felt pretty good. Felt strong. It's weird. Some days I feel good, and then some other days I feel like I can't even do one pull-up. Obviously, I can do one pull-up, but it just feels tough. A lot tougher than it does today. All right. 9 more. $91. Going for 100. All right, that's 9. Just gonna do one more for good luck. All right, that's it for today. Hopefully that information was helpful. I've kind of just run out of Alzheimer's facts, so now I'm just kind of exploring all the different realms of Alzheimer's and what it entails. So going from taking care of yourself to prevent Alzheimer's, facts that you might not know about Alzheimer's, uh, the caregiver aspects of the last 2 videos. I've been focusing on that because that's a really big part. You can't forget about the caregivers. Those are really important. And yeah, so I don't know what else I'm going to be talking about in the next few videos, but I'll find something. So stay tuned for those. And yeah, if you like the video, leave a like, comment, anything. If you want to tell me about your own journey, please let me know. There's a few people that are doing that, and it's pretty cool. It keeps me motivated for sure. So keep it up. And yeah, share the video. Get as many people to see these videos that I'm posting. Because the more views I get, the more potential donations that come in. And ultimately, I just want to get the fundraiser up. So the goal is 5,000. We're at $73. So it's moving slowly but surely, but we're making progress. So that's what I like to see. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for another 100 pull-ups. Yeah. Bye.